Must watch. If a woman tells you these 5 things, leave her immediately. Modern Stoic. The true strength of a man lies not in his ability to control others, but in his wisdom to know when to walk away. Unknown. Welcome to Blessing of Stoicism. Today, we're diving into a crucial topic that many men overlook, one that could save you years of unnecessary frustration. Let's not beat around the bush. There are things a woman might say that should immediately set off alarm bells in your mind. Not every woman is deserving of your time, energy, or respect. The mistake most men make is ignoring these subtle signs, thinking they can change her, reason with her, or, even worse, prove their worth to her. But here's the cold, hard truth. When a woman speaks certain words, she's revealing her true mindset, her expectations, and, most importantly, how she truly views you. Does she respect you as a man, or does she see you as someone to be used? The words she speaks are a reflection of that. You need to understand that women communicate differently than men. While men tend to be direct, women often express their true feelings in more subtle ways, through the words they use, the attitudes they show, and the expectations they place on you. If you don't know how to listen carefully, you might find yourself trapped in a relationship that drains you, manipulates you, and ultimately breaks you down. This isn't about harboring negative feelings toward women, it's about self-preservation. It's about respecting yourself enough to recognize when a relationship is toxic and learning how to protect your own well-being. Too many men have wasted years trying to make a woman happy who was never going to respect them in the first place. They sacrificed their goals, lost their confidence, and even began to question their own worth. And they did all of this because they ignored the early warning signs. But today, we're putting an end to that. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 specific phrases a woman might say that should make you walk away. No hesitation, no second chances. These aren't just words, they're warning signs that reveal deeper issues. They expose a mindset that can lead you down a destructive path. Some of these might surprise you. Some may even challenge what you've been taught. But trust me when I say that every single one of them is a red flag, a warning that you cannot afford to ignore. So if you're ready to stop wasting your time on women who don't appreciate you, and if you're tired of being caught in relationships that drain your energy, stay with me. What I'm about to share could save you months or even years of frustration. Let's get into it. 1. My ex was toxic. When a woman tells you, my ex was toxic, your first instinct might be to empathize and think, I'll be the better guy for her. But before you rush to her side, pause and think carefully. This statement could be more telling than you realize. It's undeniable that some relationships are unhealthy, and we all know that toxic people do exist. But here's the thing. If she's constantly blaming her exes for all the issues in her past relationships without acknowledging her own role, that's a major red flag. Yes, we all have bad experiences, but if a person never reflects on their own part in the problems, it suggests something deeper. Imagine if every ex she had was a manipulative narcissist or abusive. Ask yourself, what does that say about her judgment? Is she simply drawn to the wrong type of man over and over again? Or is she refusing to see her own part in these failed relationships? This is crucial because, as the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, we are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens. If she cannot own her mistakes and learn from them, she is setting herself up for the same patterns to repeat. A woman who cannot accept responsibility for her past relationships is likely to repeat her mistakes in the future. So, when things go wrong between you, be prepared. She may very well turn the tables and cast you as the next toxic one, shifting all the blame onto you while claiming to be the victim. It's not about whether or not she had toxic relationships. It's about whether she's learned anything from them. When dating, keep in mind that accountability is key to growth. If someone can't acknowledge their mistakes, they're not only avoiding growth, they're setting themselves up to make the same mistakes again. And when that happens, you'll find yourself caught in the same web, playing the role of the villain while she walks away unscathed, repeating the cycle. Reflect on this. And ask yourself, do you really want to be the next man in line who gets blamed for someone else's unresolved past? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think accountability plays a crucial role in relationships, or is it okay to avoid responsibility? Let's discuss. 2. I don't need a man. When a woman says, I don't need a man, it's crucial to recognize that this is not just a casual comment. It's a reflection of her mindset, and it should raise immediate red flags for you. This kind of statement often comes from a woman who sees men not as partners, but as optional, and that mindset will make any relationship with her feel like a constant struggle. If you're seeking respect, appreciation, and true partnership, this is a dangerous position for any man to be in. Let me make this clear. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a woman being independent. In fact, a high-value man values a woman who is capable, self-sufficient, and can stand on her own 2 feet. That's a trait of strength, not weakness. But there's a crucial difference between a woman who is independent and one who regularly insists that men are unnecessary or inferior. The latter creates an atmosphere where men are undervalued and where relationships, if they ever take off, will always be under strain. A woman who truly respects and appreciates men won't feel the need to loudly proclaim that she doesn't need one. The ones who say this often have something to prove, whether it's to themselves, society, or even to you. Perhaps she's been hurt in the past, and this defensive stance is her way of protecting herself. It might even be a response to past betrayals, making her subconsciously build walls around her emotions. But here's the key lesson. A woman who claims she doesn't need a man will never truly respect one. And without respect, there's no foundation for a healthy, thriving relationship. The relationship is already doomed before it has a chance to grow. If you find yourself with a woman who holds this belief, you need to ask yourself if you're truly valued in this dynamic. In the modern world, relationships are built on mutual respect, appreciation, and understanding. It's not about the need for someone, but about the desire to share a life together, bringing strength and vulnerability in equal measure. Respect and trust are the cornerstones that build anything lasting. Without them, you're better off walking away. So, remember, never settle for less than mutual respect. If she doesn't value you from the start, she never will. If you've ever encountered a woman who says, I don't need a man, drop a comment right now. I choose respect and partnership. And always remember, respect isn't earned with words, it's earned with actions. 3. Other men want me. When a woman says, other men want me, it's not just an offhand remark. This is a deliberate test, a game to see how you'll react. She's watching closely, waiting for your response. Will you show signs of insecurity? Will jealousy take hold of you, causing you to scramble for her attention? Or will you stand tall, calm, and unmoved, showing her that your worth is not defined by her validation or the attention of other men? This is where you need to stand your ground, unwavering, because a woman who truly respects you would never need to make such a statement. She understands her value, and most importantly, she doesn't use her allure to control or manipulate you. A woman who plays this game, who tests you in this way, is revealing something crucial about herself. She's more interested in the attention and validation she gets than the actual loyalty or connection she shares with you. If attention is more important to her than the respect and bond that should exist in a relationship, she is not the woman you need by your side. Think about it. Would you stay in a relationship with someone who doesn't see your worth but only seeks validation from others? Someone who needs the constant reassurance that she's desirable to other men? That's a dangerous game to play. You must understand that this kind of behavior speaks volumes. It's a reflection of someone who's emotionally immature, someone who thrives on external validation and doesn't value the internal strength and trust that make a relationship truly meaningful. If she uses this tactic to stir jealousy or to test your emotions, she is not showing you love or respect. She's testing your boundaries, and often, she's doing it to assert power over you. If she can get you to chase her, to feel threatened by other men, she's won. Real strength in a relationship comes from mutual respect, trust, and understanding. True emotional maturity is not about playing games or testing boundaries, but about building a foundation of respect that cannot be shaken by external influences. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is your moment to prove to yourself that you control your emotions. Don't let her words dictate your actions. Don't let them shake your peace or cause you to second-guess your value. If she values attention more than loyalty, if she needs constant affirmation from others to feel worthy, then it's time to walk away. As a Stoic, you must remain grounded in your own values and worth. You are not someone to be swayed by trivial tests or emotional manipulation. The right woman will respect you, will know her own value, and will never use her attractiveness or the attention of other men to make you feel insecure. Don't settle for anything less than a relationship where both parties respect each other's boundaries, emotions, and commitments. If this resonates with you, drop a comment. I choose strength, not insecurity. Share this with anyone who needs to hear it and subscribe for more wisdom. Stay strong, stay stoic, and never settle for less than you deserve. 4. You're insecure for thinking that. When a woman says, "You're insecure for thinking that," pay close attention. This is a powerful manipulation tactic designed to silence you and make you question your own feelings. It's an emotional trap where she deflects responsibility and shifts the blame onto you. This statement is often used to shame you into backing down, discouraging you from expressing your concerns, setting boundaries, or questioning her behavior. If you've ever been in a situation where you raised a valid concern and were met with an attack on your character rather than a thoughtful response, this is a clear warning sign. High-value men understand the importance of maintaining standards and holding others accountable, especially in relationships. They know that setting boundaries is not a sign of weakness or insecurity. It's a sign of self-respect. Being comfortable with who you are, having the strength to express your needs, and feeling uncomfortable when certain behaviors cross a line are all signs of emotional strength and clarity. You are not insecure for demanding respect, for expecting honesty, or for wanting loyalty. These are the qualities of a man who values himself and expects others to do the same. However, when a woman does not want to be held accountable for her actions, she might resort to gaslighting, flipping the script to make you feel like you're the one at fault. Instead of addressing the issue, she makes it about your insecurities, making you doubt your own perception of reality. This subtle form of manipulation can erode your confidence and sense of self-worth if you don't recognize it for what it is. Remember, a high-value man doesn't let anyone diminish his sense of self. He doesn't apologize for having standards. He knows that his boundaries are not negotiable. Respect is earned, and if someone tries to make him feel inadequate for standing firm, he recognizes that as a red flag. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." A Stoic response in this situation is to stay calm, grounded, and unshaken, refusing to engage in manipulative tactics designed to undermine your sense of worth. So if you ever encounter this type of emotional manipulation, don't let her words shake you. Stand firm in your self-respect, and don't allow anyone to make you question your right to express your feelings. In fact, use it as an opportunity to reassert your boundaries, reinforce your self-worth, and show that you won't tolerate being manipulated. To all the high-value men out there, stay true to yourself, respect your boundaries, and never allow anyone to make you feel insecure for demanding the respect you deserve. Share your thoughts below. Have you ever encountered this type of manipulation? How did you handle it? Let's discuss in the comments. If you've ever been told you're insecure for thinking that, recognize it for what it truly is. A manipulation tactic designed to undermine your self-worth and silence you. Stand firm in your boundaries and self-respect. Your emotions and needs matter. If you agree with this, drop a comment right now. I stand firm in my boundaries. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and remember, your standards are not a weakness. They are your strength. 5. I want a man who can handle me. When a woman says, I want a man who can handle me, it may seem like a playful challenge, almost like she's daring you to rise to the occasion and prove your worth. But in reality, this statement is far from flattering. It's a red flag. Let's break this down. She isn't necessarily looking for a strong, confident man who can match her energy. What she's really after is someone who will accept and even tolerate her difficult behavior without demanding accountability. Instead of fostering a healthy, balanced relationship, this mindset sets the stage for manipulation and power struggles. She's setting up an unspoken test to see how much nonsense you're willing to tolerate. A high-value man, however, doesn't seek to handle a woman. He leads, builds, and creates peace in his life. His focus is on mutual respect, understanding, and personal growth, not on putting up with unnecessary drama. When a woman throws down the "I need a man who can handle me" card, it signals that she's more interested in testing your patience than in building a solid connection. This behavior isn't about strength, but about controlling the dynamics of the relationship. A high-value man knows that peace should be an integral part of any partnership. If you allow this kind of attitude to fester in the relationship, you're setting yourself up for continuous disrespect. Instead of creating a loving partnership based on shared values and mutual care, you risk getting caught in a cycle of frustration and resentment. The more you tolerate her bad behavior, the less she will respect you. It's a dangerous pattern that weakens both individuals involved. As a man, you must recognize the power of setting boundaries and not allowing yourself to be treated like an emotional punching bag. Real strength lies in self-respect and the ability to walk away when necessary, not in enduring toxic behavior. So, if you ever hear a woman say this, take it as a warning. It's not a challenge to prove your worth or strength. It's an indication that the relationship could be more about power dynamics than partnership. Know your value and be willing to walk away if respect is no longer part of the equation. A relationship should be built on mutual respect, not on tolerating poor behavior. If you want peace, focus on creating it, not on surviving the chaos. And remember, the more you tolerate, the less you will be respected. That wraps up today's breakdown. I hope you found this information valuable and insightful. If you've ever encountered any of these phrases or situations in your own life, I'd love to hear your personal experiences. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start a discussion and learn from each other. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who could benefit, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with more powerful content that can help you navigate relationships and life with Stoic wisdom. Remember, this is more than just about watching videos. It's about applying the lessons we discuss here to real-life situations. If you have any feedback or want to dive deeper into any of the topics I covered today, feel free to express it in the comments section. Your thoughts are always welcome. Until next time, stay wise, stay strong, and always protect your power. We'll see you in the next video.